Now, coming up next, a very niche, very specific solution focusing on international trade finance. So I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Roberto, who says he has a problem that has inflicted banks for 200 years solved with this solution. Over to you, sir.
Hello, everybody. My name is Roberto. I am Italian. My company is Singaporean. I live in Indonesia. That's why I'm so big, so I can cover many places in the same time, right? Okay, let's see if my slides are up there. No. Oh, I guess my slides come after. That's not the right slides. Anyway, I can do without. Let's see if they are after. No, okay, whatever I'm doing here. All right, sorry, I have no idea where my slides are, but international trade finance is a very interesting business, move trillions of dollars per year. There are countries everywhere in the world shipping out goods to other countries. There are importer and exporter doing business, and it's more than 200 years that international trade finance rely on paper documents. As of today, that we are in full technology speed, still paper documents are sent from banks to banks via courier and are sent from, oh, here they are, my slides, wow. So, yeah. And, sorry for this. Anyway, and paper are still now being replaced with digital solution. And there are some good reasons. I really wanted to impress all of you, so I ordered a cargo full of a nice gadget to hand out to all of you today. And it took 2 months to arrive at the port. And when I finally knew they arrived, I couldn't collect it. How many times you hear people say, I couldn't collect the container because the documents were not here yet, right? And the documents take longer of the container sometimes to arrive and to free the container so it could be collected, right? Furthermore, because it's a paper business, when you go and open the container, you're going to find it empty. Why? Because the bank paid an exporter that was a bad person, which shipped an empty container, and nobody had a way to control if this was full or not. This was my face when the empty container arrived and I found it empty, just to give you an idea. Yes, the problem stays on paper. There are paper from the exporter to the certification company, Chamber of Commerce, all the way down to the shipping company and the banks. Banks rely on paper documents that are shipped via courier from a country to another to pay the exporter for goods without importing any means to verify and control this paper. So, exporter give a piece of paper to the bank give the money to the exporter, and the importer find an empty cargo, right? And his money are gone. And in fact, fraudsters love paper documents because with paper documents and Photoshop and a good printer, people can create fake documents and get paid the real money for goods that are not being shipped. A good example of financing this has been recently, 2014, in China, almost $10 billion are being defrauded from banks worldwide on metal that were not there, didn't exist. Here, China uncovers almost 10 billion in fraudulent trade financing deals. Why? Because we rely on paper. And why we rely on paper? In a day that computers should have solved all this sort of problem, well, because there is a centralization problem. To have many countries around the world to work together with digital document, they all need to comply and rely with a third party somewhere else. And now, with our solution that is based on blockchain technology, the technology that allow decentralization to happen, is the technology behind the very ugly Bitcoin cryptocurrency. We don't have any cryptocurrency, but we use this intelligent way to bring information away from a centralized place to provide a solution for all the different actors in the international trade finance business to change the way they work. We don't want to go there and tell them, hey, throw away everything you're doing. We don't want to go in country that cannot afford the big IT system and say, stop using your pen and paper. But we're going to give them a free technology tool to make their work better, not to disrupt habits, because habits are very hard to disrupt. There is a desire of change and comfort that goes away when things change, right? So we give a technological tool that is open source, is free to deploy, to install. It have a very low fee on use, on transactions, that will make the transaction between paper and courier to digital and full digital possible. So we bridge this problem. There are several functionality that we think are a winning tool to get there. There are the gamification. So people use a cell phone to take selfies. They can use a cell phone to digitalize a document. A paper document can be created a digital copy, signed with digital identity, that has a full history of all the things that happen along the way to the document, so that the paper, if get falsified, can be easily discovered. So we've been working already 2 years in the technology. We are doing pilot with some banks internationally to do messaging and to do the transaction of a letter of credit process. Because the idea is being already validated. Now we're validating the technology, the safety, the privacy, the encryption quality. And once that we are there, we can expand the set of services that our technology can provide. We are very confident that there is a very strong success. There is a very strong need for this technology. It's going to be a slow adoption, but we can guarantee high quality because it's mathematics, it's not software, okay? So we're based in Singapore. There is a $5.6 trillion market to cover. There is no technology that did more than 1% yet of the market. And we are practically leading this, because in the world there are no other company that are using this technology to get there. We monetize through transaction, as I said before. And we are a very young company. We're a startup. We are 3 co-founders. We are looking for funding. We self-finance until now to keep valuation going up. But it's time for us to do a seed. So if somebody want to invest, somebody want to participate or help, please contact me and help us succeed, right? Thank you very much for your patience and time. Bye.
Thank you, Roberto. We're going to open the floor for questions. And as we started off saying, this is rather niche. So if you have questions, please kindly raise your hands. We will get a microphone to you so you can just make your question audible. Any questions? If there are no questions, we thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Roberto. Roberto will still be here on hand to answer any questions that you may have.